Welcome back, friends, to our daily women's devotional, I Am Loved, edited by Carolyn Rathbun Sutton. Today is March 9th, and the title of our devotion is TMS, the Martha Syndrome, written by Edith C. Frazier. The Bible verse is found in Luke 10, verse 41 and 42. Martha, Martha, the Lord answered, you are worried and upset about many things, but few things are needed, or indeed only one. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her. Edith writes, it had been a very busy week. Even though I am retired, my work as a counselor and motivational speaker filled my week and weekend. I had just returned home from a presentation and was preparing for another one. I made a mental checklist of all the things I needed to do that day. Included on the list was depositing 2 checks in the bank. Unfortunately, in the unpacking and repacking, I could not remember where I had left the checks. So after couple worship with my husband, I looked briefly for the checks. Since I was running late, I skipped my usual private devotions, rushing out the door instead for my daily early morning walk with neighbors. After the walk, I looked in earnest for those checks in my suitcase, book bag, office, and bedroom, but to no avail. Though I prayed desperately for God to intervene, it seemed He was not answering. I didn't want to have to call the issuing organization to say I had lost their checks. In desperation, I finally decided to discontinue the search since it was making me too anxious. Besides, I had not spent any time in my personal worship, and it was getting late. I headed to my worship spot and picked up my morning books. As I prayed and prepared to read my devotional book, imagine my surprise when, in that pile of materials, I found the checks. Amazing! If I had followed my usual regimen of personal worship before my morning walk, I would have found the checks earlier. However, like Martha of old, I was so worried about other things that I did not take time to worship. I was suffering from TMS, the Martha Syndrome. I learned anew from this experience. It reminded me of the importance of not allowing our worries to keep us from making God first. Taking time with Him is more important than worrying about or searching for money. God said that before we call, He will answer, found in Isaiah 65, verse 24. My feverish prayers would have been answered sooner if I had stopped, sat down, and spent time with God first. Instead, I had allowed the Martha Syndrome to take over. Lord, may I always remember that we ought to always pray and not to faint, found in Luke 18, verse 1. Edith C. Frazier is a retired university professor in social work and currently lives in Alabama in the United States of America. She was in education for more than 30 years and speaks nationally and internationally about issues for women, families, and spiritual growth. She has been married for more than 45 years and has 2 adult children and 2 grandchildren. Friends, it is very easy for us to forget to pray or have our morning devotional time because we're honestly on the go, go, go. I don't think my schedule can handle anything else. But we need to start every day with prayer, and we need to end our day with prayer. With this, we will have a renewed love and profound communication with God. That doesn't mean that everything is going to go perfect, but at least we know that we started off our day right. I hope that you guys are blessed, that you guys enjoyed today's devotional, and I will see you again tomorrow.